Welcome to Gray Matter Reports. Today we decode the complex reality of events that unfold around us. The room is dimly lit, shadows dancing across the walls as the subject sits confidently in the sterile chair, a mask of charm draped over a complex psyche. Beneath the surface lies a master manipulator, a con man with a gift for empathy that is as intoxicating as it is deceptive. The air thickens with an unspoken tension, the kind that clings to the mind long after the encounter has ended. He speaks softly, each word carefully calibrated. There's an art to it, a precision akin to a surgeon's scalpel. This individual knows how to read the room, to gauge the emotional pulse of those around him. He can sense vulnerability like a predator waiting for the right moment to strike. In this dance of deception, he is the lead, effortlessly guiding his audience into the depths of his fabricated world. Charisma is his weapon. It is a double-edged sword, sharp enough to cut through the defenses of even the most guarded souls. The subject presents himself as a confidant, a friend. It is an illusion crafted with finesse, a facade that conceals his true intentions. Each smile is calculated, each laugh a carefully timed note in a symphony of deceit. The psychological profile reveals layers of complexity. This individual embodies an antisocial profile, marked by an absence of genuine empathy. Yet he possesses an uncanny ability to mimic the emotions of others, creating a false sense of connection. It's a performance, and he is the star. Those ensnared in his web are drawn in by the warmth of his presence, unaware of the coldness lurking just beneath. As the session continues, his charm grows more palpable, a thick fog enveloping the room. The clinical observer watches intently, documenting each nuance, each fleeting expression. What drives this individual? What lies beneath the polished exterior? The dissection reveals a void, a chasm where moral compasses should reside, replaced by a desperate need for validation and control. In this somber exploration, the narrative unfolds like a slow-burning film. The audience witnesses the unraveling of a charismatic conman, a figure whose greatest strength is his ability to deceive. The case conclusion looms ahead, yet the journey through the psyche of such individuals is fraught with complexity. It is a reminder that beneath every charming smile can lurk a master of manipulation, capable of leading others into a labyrinth from which escape seems impossible. The shadows deepen and the examination continues, revealing the intricate dance between empathy and deception. In the dim light of a sterile room, the master manipulator sits, an enigma wrapped in charm. This individual knows the delicate art of persuasion, wielding charisma like a scalpel. They dissect human emotion with precision, navigating the labyrinth of trust and deception. Each word is carefully chosen, each gesture rehearsed. The air thickens with tension, as if the walls themselves strain to comprehend the complexity of this mind. They possess an uncanny ability to read others, a skill akin to a trained forensic analyst examining biological evidence. With a keen eye, they assess vulnerabilities, identifying wounds hidden beneath the surface. The master manipulator is a connoisseur of human frailty, using it to construct a facade of empathy, drawing their subjects closer with an intoxicating allure. Yet, beneath the surface lies a chilling truth. The emotional connection they forge is a mere illusion, a meticulously crafted performance. They thrive on the energy of others, feeding off the emotional highs and lows. Each relationship is a game, a chess match where the master manipulator anticipates every move, often several steps ahead. Here, empathy serves as a weapon, a tool to ensnare and control. Psychological profiles reveal patterns. Many individuals in this archetype exhibit traits associated with antisocial behavior. They can mimic concern, yet genuine compassion eludes them like a shadow. Their motivations are often rooted in a profound self-interest, cloaked in the guise of altruism. This duality creates a dissonance that can be unsettling to those who sense the underlying discord. When the facade begins to crack, the master manipulator responds with calculated precision. They deploy charm like a balm, soothing discomfort while concealing their true intentions. The emotional landscape shifts, and their subjects find themselves ensnared in a web of confusion. Trust, once a fragile flower, wilts under the weight of manipulation. In the aftermath of these encounters, the emotional toll is palpable. Subjects grapple with feelings of betrayal, their trust shattered. It is a clinical observation of human resilience and vulnerability. a stark reminder of the delicate balance between connection and deception. The master manipulator vanishes into the ether, leaving behind a trail of disillusionment. As the case concludes, the ramifications extend beyond the immediate circle. Society grapples with the implications of such individuals, questioning the nature of trust itself. The master manipulator remains an elusive figure, a testament to the complex interplay of psychology and emotion. Here lies the intersection of charm and deceit, a haunting reminder of the shadows that linger just beneath the surface. In the shadow of a crumbling society, the charismatic cult leader emerges like a beacon of hope. With a magnetic presence, they draw followers into a web of devotion. Each word, a carefully orchestrated note in a symphony of persuasion. The leader thrives on emotional resonance, tapping into the vulnerabilities of others. It begins with a smile, a gentle nod, a promise of understanding. Yet beneath this facade lies a complex psychological landscape. The cult leader embodies traits of the antisocial profile, an extraordinary blend of charm and manipulation. They are attuned to the emotional states of their followers, often exhibiting an uncanny ability to mirror feelings, creating an illusion of authenticity. This empathic facade serves as an effective mask, allowing them to navigate the intricacies of human connection while concealing their true intentions. As their influence grows, they establish a hierarchy built on dependency. Followers, seeking solace in the chaos of the world, find refuge in the cult leader's proclamations. It is a delicate dance of control, where every affirmation reinforces loyalty. The leader strategically cultivates an environment of isolation, cutting ties with the outside world. This tactic fortifies their power, ensuring that dissent is silenced and loyalty is unwavering. In the clinical realm of psychology, such leaders often reveal a profound understanding of group dynamics. They exploit social cues and emotional triggers, wielding them like a surgeon's scalpel. Each interaction is calculated, designed to reinforce their authority and deepen their followers' investment. The leader's narrative becomes a living entity, evolving and adapting to maintain the followers' allegiance. Trust is a currency, and they wield it with precision. Followers are encouraged to divulge their innermost fears and desires, creating an intimate bond that feels genuine. Yet this exchange is transactional. The leader collects these vulnerabilities, utilizing them to manipulate and control. The aftermath of such influence is stark. Individuals may emerge from the cult disillusioned and fractured, grappling with the remnants of their misplaced trust. The case conclusions often reveal a complex interplay of psychological trauma and identity loss. The charismatic cult leader, once a figure of hope, becomes an architect of despair. In examining these profiles, a chilling realization surfaces. The line between empathy and deceit is often blurred. Herein lies the true danger of the charismatic cult leader, a master of emotional manipulation, forever altering the lives they touch. Sleight of hand, a game of perception. The charming predator glides through social circles, a maestro conducting an orchestra of emotions. With a smile that disarms and a gaze that pierces, the individual invites trust without revealing intentions. They possess an uncanny ability to read others, sensing vulnerabilities as if by instinct. This is no accident. It is a calculated performance. The charming predator thrives on the thrill of manipulation. Their charisma is not merely a trait, it is a finely honed tool. Like a skilled artist, they paint vivid pictures of empathy, sincerity, and understanding. Yet beneath this veneer lies a stark reality, a chasm of emotional emptiness. The individual's charm is the bait, ensnaring the unsuspecting. Those drawn in often find themselves unwitting participants in a psychological game. Research reveals a distinct profile for these manipulators. Their emotional intelligence is heightened, allowing them to navigate social landscapes with ease. They exhibit traits of narcissism, where self-interest overrides genuine connection. This paradox creates an unsettling dynamic. As they provide comfort, they simultaneously extract emotional currency from those around them, leaving a trail of psychological disarray. The allure is intoxicating. People gravitate toward their magnetic presence, often overlooking red flags. The charming predator knows how to mirror emotions, reflecting the feelings of others back to them. This mirroring fosters a false sense of intimacy. It's a dance of deception, where the predator leads and the prey follows, entranced by the rhythm of manipulation. In the shadows, the predator's true nature emerges. Biological evidence suggests a pronounced lack of empathy, a disconnection from the emotional experiences of others. While they feign concern, they remain untouched by the very feelings they evoke. This disconnect is not merely emotional, it is neurological. Studies indicate that brain activity in regions associated with empathy is markedly reduced in these individuals. They are akin to actors who have mastered their craft but lack the ability to feel the roles they portray. As the facade begins to crack, the charming predator may resort to more overt tactics. Gaslighting, blame shifting, and emotional blackmail surface. The once warm embrace turns icy, leaving individuals bewildered and questioning their reality. The predator thrives in chaos, feeding off the confusion they create. Understanding this intricate web of charm and deceit is crucial. The charming predator is not merely a social nuisance, they represent a profound psychological conundrum. Unraveling their motives offers insight into the darker corners of human interaction, illuminating the path from charm to manipulation. The masquerade continues, but the curtain will eventually fall. The air tinged with a sense of reverence, the community gathered, eyes fixed on the figure standing at the podium. Dressed in tailored suits, exuding an aura of warmth and authenticity, the individual was a master of optics. This was not merely a philanthropic endeavor, it was a carefully orchestrated performance, a stage where empathy was the currency. Beneath the polished veneer lay a complex psychological tapestry. The subject exuded charisma, a trait that disarmed skepticism. It is this very charm that often cloaks reality. Like a skilled magician, the individual manipulated perceptions, drawing in the unsuspecting with promises of hope and change. Yet behind the facade, a darker narrative simmered. The driving force behind this behavior could be traced back to a profound understanding of human vulnerability. The subject's antisocial profile revealed a keen ability to read emotional cues, to detect the soft spots in others. This was not mere altruism, it was a calculated maneuver, exploiting the innate desire to trust and connect. The philanthropic initiative served not just the community, but also the subject's growing need for validation and power. In the aftermath of each fundraising gala, the financial records told a different tale. Funds allocated for community projects often vanished into obscure channels. The forensic profiles uncovered a chilling pattern. Grand gestures masked ulterior motives. Charitable contributions became a means to an end, a platform for self-aggrandizement rather than genuine altruism. As investigations unfolded, the psychological state of the subject became increasingly evident. They operated in a realm where empathy and deceit intertwined. This duality painted a portrait of a manipulator who thrived on the emotional investments of others. Each tear shed in empathy was a stroke on the canvas of control. The community, once enchanted, began to unravel the layers of deception. Connections forged through kindness were now seen through a lens of skepticism. The once celebrated philanthropist became a case study in the art of manipulation, a living embodiment of the empathic deceiver. In the end, the narrative exposed the fragility of trust. The allure of charismatic leadership can blind even the most astute observers. As the dust settled, the subject's legacy transformed from benevolence to cautionary tale. The quest for authenticity in a world rife with deception became paramount, a stark reminder of the shadows lurking beneath the surface of charisma. In the dim light of the interrogation room, shadows danced across the walls, revealing the facade of normalcy worn by the subject. Each breath, each gesture was meticulously calculated, a performance honed through years of practice. The mask of charm and congeniality slipped seamlessly over a turbulent psyche, a cloak woven from threads of empathy and deceit. Psychologists often liken the mind of the empathic deceiver to a stage, where the protagonist plays to an audience that remains blissfully unaware of the underlying script. This duality is not merely an act, it is a survival mechanism. The individual learns early on that vulnerability can be a weapon, one that allows them to weave intricate narratives around their intentions. They are both the puppeteer and the marionette, manipulating the strings of emotion while simultaneously holding themselves aloft. Consider the concept of a chameleon in the wild, expertly adapting to its environment. These individuals morph into whatever their surroundings demand. The need for acceptance propels them into the spotlight, where they can control the narrative. But this adaptability comes with a cost. The more they camouflage their true selves, the more fragmented their identity becomes. The persona crafted for the world often bears little resemblance to the individual lurking beneath. In forensic profiles, this phenomenon reveals a distinct pattern. These subjects exhibit a heightened ability to read emotional cues, to sense the weaknesses of others. Their charm can disarm even the most cautious observers, pulling them into a web spun from half-truths and feigned vulnerability. The clinical detachment with which they navigate relationships is alarming, yet it is precisely this cold efficiency that allows them to thrive in social landscapes. As we peel back the layers of this mask, we encounter the paradox of emotional intelligence devoid of authenticity. Their ability to empathize is genuine, yet it is weaponized, a tool for manipulation rather than connection. The empathy displayed is less about caring for others and more about securing their own interests. In this chilling dynamic, trust becomes a currency, traded and spent with reckless abandon. The masks we wear are not always benign. They often serve as shields, protecting us from the harsh realities of existence. Yet when worn by those who possess a fractured sense of self, they transform into instruments of deception. The empathic deceiver walks among us, cloaked in charisma, leaving behind a trail of confusion and doubt. In the end, the question lingers: who are we without our masks?